Hi, welcome to my channel and my little garage autofocus, whatever we call it. Before I get too far with this video, which is going to be pretty exciting actually, I want to talk a little bit about why I have not done videos for a long time actually. The truth is that a couple of years ago I had meningitis, and the recovery from that has been quite a roller coaster actually. And it does mean that my energy level is not always where it needs to be in order to make videos, especially also having kids and being a family dad, a job and everything. Now the channel is of course just my hobby, so something's gotta give sometimes, and lately it's been my channel. But I'm not closing it at all. It just means that the videos, at least for now, is not coming that frequently, but they will come. So anyway, a couple of weeks ago, I started driving in my Golf, and I'm really enjoying it. I have already been at 2 meets with it, and I brought my family as well, and we are really enjoying it a lot. This video actually, I want to show what I just did before we'll start measuring the air-fuel ratio, because this is what we're going to do in this video. But before, I can tell a little bit about an issue I had with it, because it might seem that it is a little low, but I would actually like it to be lower. But the issue were that the tires simply scrubbed the fenders. And in order to accommodate that, I fitted a little more narrow tire on the front wheels. So these were the old ones. They were 205. And in order to give get a little more clearance between the tire and the fender, I have now fitted 195. I just did my first test ride, and it did not scrub at all. It's just perfect. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna lower it in small increments, and I'll be starting with 5 millimeters in each corner. It is coilover shock, so I can actually adjust it. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll see what it looks like. I'm gonna test and see if it scrubs or not, hopefully not. And then we're gonna see the air-fuel ratio, because this is what this video is mainly about. I want to start optimizing the ignition, but before I do that, it's pretty wise to know that the air-fuel ratio is as it's supposed to be, that it's not running lean, because then I risk having knock activity, and I don't want that on this type of engine. Now, it is a carbureted engine, which means that I don't just have a fuel map, so I can go edit the lambda values, but let's see what I can do. There is some adjustment screws, but I do believe it's only idle that they are controlling. So, but nevertheless, at least making sure the fueling is correct is very important. So let me get to work, get it up, and start adjusting the coilovers. I got the wheels off now, and so adjusting a coilover is actually quite simple. It has the lower part, you can just rotate, and then you take the upper and start rotating it downwards. So basically the spring just moves down along the shock. And the way I do it is I just have find some fixed references on the shock itself, and I'm measuring the distance. In this case, I'm just measuring the length of the thread actually, and it needs to be 65 millimeters. So I'm just gonna turn this one down until it's approximately. That's it. Perfect. So I'm just gonna take the upper nut. I guess I can just turn that with my hands like this until it meets the lower one, and then I'm just gonna tighten it with a wrench, and that's it. So as I said, I'm doing it in small increments. I want the car to be drivable still. I don't want it to scrub. It's basically 5 millimeters that I'm aiming for at each corner. Hopefully it's not gonna scrub, and we'll see in 2 seconds. So let me finish the other and put the wheels on. Okay, now I have lowered the car 5 millimeters at each corner. not really easy for me to see if it made any difference or not. I guess it does. So I'm gonna take it for a spin, and I want you to come along. And I would also like you to have a look at it. Comment: do I need to make it a little lower? So have a good look at the car when I'm driving out, and yeah, leave a comment if you like. Now let's see if it can start. Whoa. Perfect. I really hope it doesn't scrub, because I would perhaps like to get it even lower. Now get out of the way, cameraman. Yeah, excuse, it's my girlfriend. She's not an educated cameraman. Okay, perfect. Whoop, no scrubbing yet. And here it would definitely scrub. Oh, nothing. Jump in, camera woman. Now let's just take it for a small spin and see if we can hear any scrubbing or not. So far so good. Now this particular place, it would definitely scrub. So I'm gonna do it very gentle. Oof, there is nothing here. Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, perfect. No scrubbing at least yet. Next step is to have a good and thorough look at the fuel trims. As I said, I want that to be spot on before moving on to optimizing the ignition. So let's pull out the O2 sensor. So the next step is to have a look at the air-fuel ratio. And to do this, I have connected my O2 wideband sensor. And by looking at the specs for this particular carbureted engine, it's supposed to have a lambda value of 0.97 to 103. So it basically means around the stoichiometric value, which of course makes completely sense. However, when I'm giving the car full throttle for a naturally aspired engine, in order to first of all perform or be able to produce most power, but also to ensure or actually to reduce knock activity, a lambda of 0.99 is actually what I would more aim for. Yeah, let me show you what I just did. And there is actually an adjustment screw right here. There is this rubber thing I can take off, and then there is a screw. And then, yeah, I just have my O2 sensor right here. And yeah, let's just see what it looks like. So I'm just gonna turn the camera down a little bit and see if we can see something. Now I'm just gonna start up the car. And in order to do this correct, it needs to have the car needs to be at operating temperature. Now, what it seems is that it's exactly where it needs to be according to the specs, between lambda 1 and plus minus 0.03, so it's just perfect. Okay, now this means that the next step would be to take it on the road, and I want to see the lambda value at full throttle, but also at partial load. And of course, this is why I want to see it, is because the next step is to optimize the ignition, and I don't want it to run lean when I'm giving full throttle. It could increase the risk of knock activity, which I definitely don't want. So let's jump in and take it for a ride. Okay, so I'm in my car and well, it's running a little lean right now, in idle at least, so let's just see what it looks like. So first I'm just gonna do a partial load. And as you can see, it's actually a little lean toward the lean side. I'm not really happy about that, so I'm just gonna give full throttle now. Yeah, so it's not where I want it to be, so there was this adjustment screw and I'm not even sure if it's able to do anything at full load or not, or if it's just in idle, but I'm gonna give it a go when I get back to my little garage. Hopefully I'm able to make it run a little richer than this. So I just adjusted it a little bit with the adjustment screw I just previously showed you, and it seemed that I was able to get the lambda a little richer. So I'm in my car now again. Let's have a look at the values, see what they look like. So as it is right now in idle, at least it's fine. So yeah, let's just give it a little down the road. Hope you can see. And I'm just gonna take it very easy now. Little partial load here, let's see. No, it didn't seem to affect it much. Just gonna give a little throttle. It's approximately the same. I guess there's not much for me to do right now. I simply don't have the knowledge. I don't know if perhaps it's nozzles that needs to be changed in it. I really don't know that. I'm gonna investigate, spend some time on it. But for now, at least I know it's running a little lean, and I should perhaps be even more cautious when I'm optimizing the ignition. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Yeah, as always, I want you to stay safe, take care, and enjoy the summer, of course. Bye bye.